Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. This is the show that gives you everything you need to know before the big game kicks off. Derby County travel to Norwich City in the Championship this afternoon, a little over 24 hours on from the departure of head coach Paul Warne. Yes, the news broke Friday afternoon that Warne had been relieved of his duties. In a statement, owner David Clowes called Warne a man of great integrity who embodies the values we hold important at Derby County. However, results in football dictate decisions, and we felt that to give us the best chance of retaining our championship status, the time was right to make a change. The Rams have lost 8 matches in a row in all competitions to slip into the relegation zone. Warne, of course, will be remembered for guiding Derby to promotion from League One last season, their first promotion in nearly 20 years. No word yet on who will replace Warne. Matt Hampshire will lead Derby this afternoon at Carrow Road as the Rams look for their first victory since Boxing Day. Hampshire will be supported by under-21s coach Jake Buxton, under-18s coach Bradley Johnson and goalkeeping coach Andy Warrington. It's 4.5 years since Derby's last visit to Carrow Road. Wayne Rooney's final professional goal saw the Rams claim a 1-0 victory. The away side have come out on top in the past 4 meetings between these teams, including the reverse fixture at Pride Park back in September. Borja Sainz scored a controversial hat-trick as Norwich squeaked a 3-2 win, ending Derby's run of 10 consecutive home victories. Sainz is suspended today. He was banned for 6 matches for spitting in December. Norwich haven't missed him too much mind. They come into the weekend just 2 points off the playoffs and a 1-0 victory at Watford last weekend. Josh Sargent, arguably the best striker in the Championship, with 3 goals in 2 games. Tell you what, let's hear from the Norwich camp ahead of this one. Head coach Josh Hoff-Thurup spoke to the media ahead of the weekend before the news of Warne's departure. He was already warning his side not to take the Rams lightly.
Yeah, and that's a part of it. And the last thing we can do is to be arrogant in our position and say that, or expect that we can play tomorrow on only 80-90% and then still expect to get a result, because that's definitely not the case. We have to do everything we can, and we have to be as disciplined in some of the other good performances we have had. We have to be as disciplined in tracking back, in defending the box when we have to. We know that's playing against the Derby side where they are so direct and they are more or less taking every opportunity there is in the game to bring crosses into the box. If they have a free kick on their own half, they bring it into the box. And it doesn't take much in those situations that it can drop down and be a second ball and deflected shot, and then we concede a goal. So the concentration playing against teams like that simply needs to be on top level, because the last thing you can do is to go into a game like that and see, okay, they are here in the table, we are here, should be a difference, and okay, that's just how it is. No, it's not like that. And in the Championship, we see that week and week and week after week, that we cannot predict the results, because then there's a team where they probably went a little bit down on all their normal things and were just 5% off it, and then it's an even game. So no, I think if we are at our best, and if we manage to be 100% focused and concentrated and play with all that hard work that we have brought into the performances recently, then we should win the game. But it takes something to get up there.
Of course, if you beat it, of course, you know, you should go back to that away game and how tough that was for you.
Exactly, and we know that, and we've seen it so many times this season. So we know that we have the experience in playing against teams like that. It's going to be another difficult one tomorrow. I said the same before the Swansea game, because it just came on the backside of 2 difficult away games. That even though on the paper, when looking at it, we are the favourites and we should win the game. But if you don't bring the effort that is needed for a game like that, then it's an even game, and then you can end up losing it. And it's the exact same tomorrow. So full focus, 100% concentration, and we have to do all the things that we do when we play the games. We have to do them at our best.
As you say, full focus, clearly just got let's get tomorrow. But you know, you look at it, only 2 points off the top 6, 2 places, 5 in next 7 at home. Does it feel inside the covers could be opening up for you now?
Yeah. So the only thing I will say, because all coaches, they look at the standings, they look at where they are. But some coaches don't pay too much attention to it, and I'm one of those. So it's not that important for me at the moment, because I can also see it is 1 point difference, and then you can be 12th in the league. So that's not really important for me. The important thing for me is that I can see we're getting better. And as long as I can see that, then there's a realistic chance that we can be around the playoffs when we are reaching or entering the end of the season. And I think that's realistic for us. That should be our ambition, to go up there. And also with the recent results and performances, it should be realistic, and we should be in and around it. But it requires so much before that, and it's only one bad result or bad performance, and then you're some points away again. So it shouldn't take too much of our focus, but the focus is for us to getting better week after week after week, and we're trying and we're doing our best, and we're still making mistakes on the way, but we also know what we can do when we are at our best, so I hope for that tomorrow.
That's the Norwich boss, Johannes Hoff-Thurup. A couple of midweek games to tell you about. Burnley beat Oxford on Tuesday to move into the top 2. Queen's Park Rangers got the better of Blackburn. QPR now just 3 points off the playoffs. On Wednesday, leaders Leeds beat Frank Lampard's Coventry. Well, that win has taken Leeds 5 points clear at the top, though Sheffield United now have a game in hand. It's today. The top 4 are streets ahead of everyone else. There's now just 5 points separating Blackburn in 5th from Millwall down in 14th. The margin's rather larger, it has to be said, in the bottom half of the Championship table. Derby start the day 2 points from safety. A win today could take them up to 20th, depending on other results. Yeah, but Derby starting the day in the Championship relegation zone. Nobody feels the pain of that more than midfielder Ebou Adams.
It's one of those where it's so close but so far. We're doing really well in games, we're staying in games, and we're getting chances to probably take points home or take it away from the team. And when you feel like you're so close, it really hurts. It probably doesn't just hurt me, it probably hurts everyone, yourself, everyone around the ground, which is frustrating because we're so close so far, but it's annoying. But if we keep pushing, I think we'll do all right. Like, we're creating chances, having teams on the back foot, and I think that shows we're doing all right. But it's all good saying that, but we got to get the points on the board.
Yeah, and there've been so many 1-goal defeats this season, which makes it all the more frustrating. Do you appreciate that it's frustrating for people to hear, and probably for you to say that as well?
Yeah, like it hurts saying it. Obviously, losing by that one odd goal, you see, like you said yourself, it's happened so many times this season. If we can just flip that, and then we can start doing it, and I think it just shows how a close call them games have been, to say that we're in it, or they just get that one good goal or the lucky break to get it in, and maybe if it happens for us. But then that's what it is. It's them moments. If we can turn them moments into our favour, then do you know what? We could be handsome at the table. But it's easy saying that. But I think if we can get our heads down and focus on it, like defending them big moments and attack them moments, then we can turn it around.
I always forget that your journey sort of stretches right back to non-league, not that long ago in many ways. Did you always believe that you would get to the point where you are now, which is sort of a regular Championship starter?
No, I wouldn't say so. It's more or less just focus on where you're at the time. Obviously, there's always aspirations to aim higher, and which I am now and always will be. But to say that I'll really play a lot of games a few games in the champ, I wouldn't say so. But it's funny how it works, because you just played non-league, and then I think it got to the age of 20, and then I thought, no point of trying to aim high, just see how it goes, and before you know it, interest comes in, and then you end up going up and then back down. And do you know what? It's a journey that I've embraced and enjoyed it, and makes me who I am today, because it's never an easy road. It's, from what I've learned from it, enjoy the moment, because you never know what can happen the next day. And that's how I live. That's how I've been living, and lucky enough to become an international player and playing in Derby in the Championship. So I can't take that for granted. And
what people may not realise about your journey as well is that Norwich was part of it for a little while. What are your memories of there?
Yeah, funny enough, when I was first in the league, they're the ones that took me out of it, which I'm grateful for, and gave me an opportunity, which was really good. I was, like I said, I was age of 20, didn't think nothing of it. And do you know, it's funny because as Norwich came, I heard from an agent that Norwich were interested. I obviously looked at the table and saw they were in the Premier League. I went, yeah, good one. So I didn't take no notice of it, and I got a call the week after saying, look, Norwich are really interested. And obviously on that phone, I'm looking at the phone, on the way to work at TGI's, which is funny. This is a joke, really. This is a prank. I put the phone down, and then and I was at uni the day of a game, normally for Dartford, and he rang me that morning and said, "Oh, look, if you play well, they're going to take you." Obviously, I'm going, "Okay, cool. We'll see if it really happens." And it's funny enough, it actually was true. A couple of days later, done really well, and they took me there, and I enjoyed it. Didn't manage to make a first team experience, but it was a really nice club, and do you know what, I'm looking forward to go back there, but I'm looking forward to bring something home as well.
Yeah, how do you make sure that this is the weekend when things start to turn for you?
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in what we're going to bring home, but I would give everything, and I think that's the most important thing, because I think the whole team will do it as well. Or I know the whole team will do it, because we want to change the run. It's not a nice run. We all know that, and we're going to get our heads down and do what we can and make it difficult for them. And look, we want to bring something home. We're not going there just to sit back and enjoy the scenery, let's say. But no, we're going there to cause an upset and hopefully bring something home.
That's Ebou Adams. There are only 4 games in the Championship today. It's FA Cup 4th round weekend as well, remember. At lunchtime, Sunderland host Watford, while Sheffield Wednesday could move into the playoffs if they win at West Brom. And the other 3 o'clock game has real significance for Derby as Portsmouth visit Sheffield United. And of course, at Carrow Road, it's Norwich City against Derby County. And it's a game you can watch on RamsTV. If you're outside the UK and Ireland, you can get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. And join us for Matchday Live from 2:30. I'll be joined by former Derby captain Sean Barker. Until then, goodbye.